What you looking at, boy? What you looking at? I got a TKO on the bag where the food is at. What you looking at, boy? What you looking at? Got two TVs of my own, I don't need the gang.
Hold up, no sir. Step into the mic, bring me closer. Sabotage back in the lab, and to stop that you gonna have to go through both the swole up. Anytime I pull up the bars, I buck up my shoulders and pour the heart. Word to God, my gears push to start a feature, but my skill set a la carte. Woo! You don't understand. I got something sins in one palm of my hand. Balls are rice rigid and bodies get numb every time I demonstrate the main rule of thumb.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's Monday night, baby. What's happening? It's your boy, the notorious one, the biggest one. Your mama like him and all that. Not to mention, still, your gal junior heavyweight champion, TKO. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're here on another beautiful Monday. It was hot down here in Graham, North Carolina. I don't know about the rest of you guys and ladies, but whew, it was smoking hot. I think it got as hot as like 97 degrees today. So if you're outside, working out there, I know everybody's got to make that paper. But please try to stay cool. The temperatures are extremely hot here in the state of North Carolina. Exclusively here in Alamance County. I don't know what's going on. Here's why, because recently, the other day, I remember where it showed the weather report of Alamance County. It said, like it was showing North Carolina, and it was a meme somebody made, and it said Burlington, y'all all right? Because it showed like ours was 100, and Graham and Burlington right next door to each other. So anyway, the rest of the state, if you look, they're in the 90s, but Burlington exclusively was in the hundreds. As I could tell that day, because your brother got a little bit darker. Believe it or not, people, if you do not know about this melanin skin right now, we do tan up, all right? I'm normally not this dark. Give you a good example. If I can pull down this right here, you can see the tan mark on my watch, all right? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for joining me again here at the Knockout Hour, where we bring you the latest news and things that goes on in MMA, boxing, and wrestling. You know, the combat sports world. Because myself, I'm a professional wrestler. Been wrestling 7 years out here in the independent wrestling scene, as well as I'm a owner of a professional wrestling company called Icon Pro Wrestling, where we have some exciting news because we have a show coming very, very soon. It's going down August the 8th at Cummins High School in Burlington, North Carolina. See, Burlington High School has a rich history of the old NWA days of them wrestling back dating where Sergeant Slaughter and many others have joined the ranks of so many great legends that have wrestled here in this area. And it's an honor to be able to have the opportunity to wrestle at Cummins High School. I myself will be wrestling and the continuation of the first round, that is for the quest for gold. That is going to be Icon Pro's first heavyweight championship. So it's pretty dope. We got a lot going on, as well as 2 other dates that's going to go down at Cummins High School. It will be announced soon enough. But it's cool that we got chapter 2 going down as we try to make this a series and a saga for ladies and gentlemen to remember to go ahead and check out the matches that went down on the first show that is of this year, 2026. That went down to March 28th at Graham High School. Uh, that's my alumni school. Ironically, this still is the rival school to each other. But I think that in my efforts of always trying to work in this community to try to do the best I can to help young people, try to inspire them to shoot for a dream. And I think entertainment like wrestling, as well as several sponsorships and people coming together as a community, makes it where it makes it safe. Because if we know each other, we'll protect each other. And I think that's the main thing I try to do with wrestling is combine sports and athletics, yet at the same time an entertaining night for family and friends. Because we always try to make sure it's a family product. Me as a father, and for many other Americans out there and every father out there in the land that's listening, happy Father's Day. And you kings out there, y'all earned it. A lot of you men out there have been blessed to have a beautiful family with wives, daughters, or anything of the sort that has been able to show you love yesterday. And I want to show you, as well as everybody here from the Knockout Hour, comes from DC and all of us. We want to tell you all Happy Father's Day. Me, myself, got a pretty cool shirt on. We'll see. I want y'all to be able to see it. All right, man. There we go. My kids know I love me some Dragon Ball Z. So they got me a nice little Goku shirt, you know what I'm saying, with Vegeta. We got Trunks down there, Gohan. And yeah, so me, I love me some Dragon Ball. And it was pretty dope that my daughters got me one of those t shirts. Pretty cool. So I appreciate that as well as got some more things. I got like some let's see, got some bracelets. Never wore bracelets before, but since my mom thought it'd be nice for me to wear it, I'll be like, hey, you know what? My mama got it, I do it. So it's because of mama I'm wearing this. All right. But anyway, I'm beyond blessed. I can't always thank God enough for the love I receive from my family, as well as I just like to give like again another shout out to all you men that get up every single day, busting your tail, doing whatever it takes to make sure you protect and give your family everything you got. I know a lot of the times that we don't get the acknowledgement that we feel that we should. However, at least for one day, it feels good to know that people are sitting there trying their best to just say that they're proud of all the work that we do. Because, heck, we don't also do the same for everybody else, but it's pretty cool. Uh, let's see. Beyond getting me some shirts, give me cards. Um, Two, there's a I think they know. I keep everything that they have. Every accomplishment in school, every certificate, I keep it. Because one day I want them to, when they have children, if they choose to, and they look back at their memories, they will know that I always kept that for them, so their children would know their accomplishments. And yeah, I think that's important. Even how much that when you look at family, to me, I was always guided in the right direction. I always had protection beyond my knowledge. When you grow up, you always just think that I wouldn't say life was easy, but it was hard to be afraid of a lot of things because I was so confident to know that everyone spoke well of me, regardless of I was doing bad. And let's give a shout out. And what's up, Brian? What's going on, man? See, y'all got 19 strong. That's my guy. I appreciate it. Yes, sir. It says, please thank DC for the care package from y'all. We killed those beef jerky and drinks. Oh man, heck yeah, man. Hey, good looking out, DC. What's going on? What's going on, Ralph? How you doing, King? Appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hey, not much, man. I'm hanging in there like a loose tooth. How about yourself, brother? Thank you for thank you for tuning in, big dog. I appreciate you. But I would just say that I was just saying that again, shout out to the best in the whole world. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. There's nobody better than United States Airlift, the 86 that is for United States, man. They're the best fighting force in the world. Don't mess with them. And especially Brian, that's my guy. Craig and we got a lot of other sergeants and lieutenants and everybody over there. We love you guys and thank you to all the men out there. Let's see right there. It's that Brian. Yeah, that's my man Brian. Plus 19 strong. And shout out to all you gentlemen over there. Happy Father's Day to you, every single one of you guys. Thank you guys for supporting our country. And I'm pretty sure your loved ones at home. Dang sure appreciate y'all, miss y'all for everything that y'all do, man. But when it came down to sports this past weekend, especially in combat world, we'll be able to talk about it. We're gonna wrap and taste about that. But oh yeah, I got a chance to watch Scary Movie too. Yeah, I was able to watch. So yesterday, so I got this thing called a Stream Box. If you ain't never heard of it before, it's called Stream TV. It's pretty dope. If you guys and ladies looking like for the fire stick joints, it's one of those type things. Pretty dope to have. But let's see right here. You ain't lying about us, maybe a little about Craig, but that's okay. Hey, Ralph. You stupid. Hey, you my guy, Brian. Heck yeah. But but what was I saying? I done lost my track. You done got me off track, big dog. You done got me off track. No, I went to go see Scream 2. So, cause on the stream box, it didn't have it. There's normally the movies come out, they always been out there. So go down there, and my daughter got me a shirt. It had a ghost face and a basketball jersey, and it was talking about slashing through the paint. That was dope. So I wore it. My review, I love the movie. I mean, I always love what the Wayans do. It didn't matter if they did a 10-minute movie or nothing. I just like the Wayans. So personally, for me, I enjoyed it. I loved it. My wife enjoyed the movie. Uh, let's see when it comes back out. I'm gonna have to watch it again because it's a lot. It's like they try to jam in so many jokes and so many of their thoughts all at one time. It's hard to really keep up with what's going on. It's just like a roller coaster of jokes, endless, but it was funny nonetheless. So I encourage people, if you haven't seen it, go out there and check it out. Scary movie, dope movie. I loved it. But we stepped away. We got that matinee, so we went in around like 12:30, got home around 2:30. You know what I mean? And just sat there and kicked it on Father's Day. That's all I did. Not too big on uh doing things in the house for me. I just kind of low key about things. I'm chill. Even my birthday and stuff, I'm like, don't get me nothing. They always do. They bought me t-shirts, so I feel like at least I ain't gotta go out and buy no new shirts every year. So anyway, here on the Knockout Hour, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. All right, we got that hip hop hour, baby. You know what I mean? We're gonna drop that. We're gonna drop us another track tonight. All right. Check this out. So, all right. So his name is Say Nate, and it's called Capital P. All right. So Say Nate, and it's called Capital P. Let's check it out.
Player. Hey, nah. Shit. All I want to know. I have money in it. I gon' blast that bullshit. Stevie one on a nigga. Player. Manifestation duff. Like Nip, I was born to hush. Stevie one on blast to the bullshit. Replay with a capital P. Okay. Take it on and number, get rich. Shit, it ain't about money, I flee. Conversation that come with a fee. Replay with a capital P. 11:30, about time. Hop that, too fly. Loaded up, too high. Off the land, who I racks in, tap in. Matching with fashion. Whole crew heavy. On the 10, flip back in. On a mission to fill up a safe. At the same time, playing the safe. At the same time, taking these risks. At the same time, making the way. At the same time, thinking about you. I live it, all I do. Ambition and passion, my truth. Running up is all I knew. Straight that is all I know. Some track like dope I stole. See it on my, I come from the fold. Need some dimes in front of the stove. Sweet lane, I got big gold. Having stocks like Leonardo. Wolf of Wall Street playing my role. One live bone on some soul. Restoration duff. Like Nip, I was born to hush. Stevie Wonder, I'm blind to the bullshit. Replay with capital P. Can't get down in nothing to get rich. If it ain't about money, I flee. Conversation, it come with a fee. Replay with a capital P. Manifestation duff. Like Nip, I was born to hush. Stevie Wonder, I'm blind to the bullshit. Replay with a capital P. Can't get down in nothing to get rich. If it ain't about money, I flee. Conversation, it come with a fee. Replay with a capital P. See it on my shot of queen. Dabble down in the finest things. Take a picture, 4K on the scene. Run on cash, just buy some bling. Got a man, now they feelin' real mean. Cause I say everything that I mean. See through, know my vision real keen. Bounce up, now they saying I'm clean. Dope boy came from serving the fiends. Nina tucked up under my jeans. Ganja having it better pee. Rush the boy, I do what I please. Had a choice, what you want for the police. Since we was snitching the thing. Interrogation, they tell everything. Everything they even seen. Fuck that, I ain't without that shit. Real place, so I stay out of me. Still put you in the blender, little nigga. I can tell how you feel, little nigga. Geeked up to the ceiling, little nigga. But you ain't really with, little nigga. Moving off how you feel, little nigga. Type of shit get you float, little nigga. Manifestation duff. Like Nip, I was born to hush. Stevie Wonder, I'm blind to the bullshit. Replay with a capital P. Can't get down in nothing to get rich. If it ain't about money, I flee. Conversation, it come with a fee. Replay with a capital P. 11:30, about time. Hop that, too fly. Loaded up, too high. Off the land, who I racks in, tap in. Matching with fashion. Whole crew heavy. 1 to 10 for a back end. Hey! Man, Stevie Wonder this shit, nigga. Legally blind on y'all, nigga, man. I'm popping this shit, nigga. For sure. Got all my dog with us. Yeah.
all right. I like that. I like that. Reminds me of a track I used to listen to back in the day. From an artist I like named Wale. So yeah, I was vibing to that. I really like that. Right there. If you like it, you love it. The artist right there, ladies and gentlemen, is Say Nate, and that track right there was called as Capital P. All right, Say Nate, Capital P. Remember that because if you guys like it, love it, make sure that you go out there. Make sure you know that TKO sent you. Go out there and like, share, subscribe his music. Check him out on all platforms. That is where you go to listen to your music. Again, that's Say Nate, capital P. We appreciate you, big dog. And if any artists like my man Say Nate want to sit there and say, "Hey TKO, I want to be a part of that hip hop moment right there on your show, live." Right here in front of 300,000 plus and growing every single week. Don't wait. Hit us up today. You can easily do that at iconprowrestling.tko@gmail.com. That's iconprowrestling.tko@gmail.com. All right. So we appreciate you, big dog. That was some good stuff right there. All right. Um, now, ladies and gentlemen, last week we had Jeremy Gilbert on, and I'm gonna testify that your boy TKO is all right because when it comes to this wrestling, man, it's crazy how your career can really go up and down. As a professional wrestler, man, for 7 years, I've stuck by to what I've known and been trained by, and that's always to entertain and put on the best thing you possibly can when you perform. As I mentioned last week, I want to thank again Shay and my team, my crew, the Knockout Hour team. We gotta find us a name because y'all showed up and represented when y'all didn't have to. And it proved to me, just like it did at Gouge Pro Wrestling, that I got what it takes, baby. I do. You know, that track was pretty dope. Definitely a God message to these blind young kids about life. You know, you're absolutely right, Brian. You're right. There's so many kids out here too that um, we can blame what we want to, but I'm gonna be honest, we're not involved in the neighborhood as much as we should be. Us, we are now those unks, those OGs. I'm about to be 40, and for me, that's why I like to get back with wrestling. Like that's when I do my wrestling company for and stuff like that. Is because I want kids that grew up in the neighborhoods like I did to have a dream to feel like they can go somewhere and be able to exploit it. We have opportunities now here in Alamance County. If you want to know about training and signing up for wrestling, first and foremost, you gotta be at least 16 and older. Please hit up my email at iconprowrestling.tko@gmail.com. If you want to become a professional wrestler, I know the right place. I can guide you. Okay. But you're right. You are absolutely right. It's a lot of kids out here that do not have enough youth groups, enough arms reaching out to try to help them as much as they should. It's the truth. And these kids are misled so easily because we know as kids it's easy to be manipulated. It don't take much because everybody want to feel special. And it's tough. I'm raising one teenager at this time. I got a grown up now, 18-year-old, and I got a young child. She's 9. Well, my teenager is so much different now than it used to be for, like, let's say me. I used to go out every weekend when I was a freshman. Heck, I think even I was out there. Not doing, I mean, just say like God's good because nothing really, I never got no serious uh problems, got locked up or anything. Thank God. Um, but I was out there. Um, what kept me humble at a lot of times, beginning parts of my life, was a group called Christian Adventures. And at the age of like 9, 10 years old, like my daughter, what it was, I was riding my bike in the neighborhood, and at the local middle school, I seen a guy come out of there, and his name was Terry Creech, and he spoke to me and asked me did I like basketball. At the time, I wasn't really good, had nobody really show me like that. but I wanted to play so bad. So um, I went to the gym and I seen all these dudes, and uh, the age range is like my age to like maybe high school, some college, but um, all types of people. And at the end of the basketball, they did a Bible study for the 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how the message was going. And I was a part of that for a big part of my life. Like once I went home, I was like, Mom, I met these guys and they play basketball and talk about Jesus and I want to know more. Right. And then I got saved. And, for me, God has always been big in my life because it's like that guiding hand. Like when you feel like something's about to go off the cliff, and you do that at times, because throughout our faith in life, we always feel like, is it us or God's will, right? Like everybody want to test themselves. And I felt through that so many times in life. But you know what's so cool is he gives you another chance to right those wrongs. Because we always are wrong. Being honest. But we always, we learn. We learn to grow. And one thing about Christian Ventures, it taught me a lot. But I would say that without their leadership, their guidance, I don't know where I'll be today. And I hate that young men can find more places to be where they get to go play basketball. I end up playing on so many youth basketball teams for Christian Ventures, uh, being a youth missionary. I've been traveling. I traveled to Florida, West Virginia, Texas, um, South Carolina, just different areas, even in my own state, talking about the Lord. And for it to be like where I fell short, I think was when I got to high school. The thing really kicked in your mind is to say like, uh, if everybody tell me drinking is bad, how do I know it's bad for me? It may be bad, but what about me? What if I like to drink? What about that? So I started drinking and stuff, and I loved it. I loved it, and I'm sorry, everybody, I've been miscalculating my time. It's not to boost it; it just lapsed. But it's been 3 years since I've been drinking. 3 years, and I tell you, it's so refreshing to know that I got control of myself again. That I understand who I am now as a person. Now I'm gonna struggle every day of my life with this, but I have another day to keep going on instead of like the times I felt like I ain't had no hope. And now I'm at this place in my life. I'm very happy because God didn't, like as always, God never shut that door. He just kept giving me chance after chance. And then now it's like the blessings I get in my life. It's so overwhelming sometimes. Like I said, you got people that would travel to come see you, even when they don't have to. Um, your community looking at you as someone that's trying to do something and trying to make a change. I'm just glad I got that chance to do that. Got to coach my daughter's basketball team. Things like that is like so much of like it's overwhelming to me emotionally because I feel the same way, Brian. I do. There's so many kids like there out there just like me, just like you, and they just don't have the right resources to get to them. And I hate there's not so many more places for them to go to and be able to get the opportunities that I did and understand to learn to change from the stuff that I could have been. Cause man, I could have been hell. I could have been, and I was, boy. I was. I still am at times. I know a lot of people, but also too, like in that, in knowing yourself too. When you ask people to forgive you, it's so easy to say the words, right? It's so easy. But I believe that the difference is you have to show not only to that person but yourself that you have changed in order for them to accept it. Now I know since this journey of mine I've been on, I've never been a bad person. I would say I personally don't believe I've been that bad of a person. I know I've done some things that maybe determined that, but not, you know. But for me, it's just like I learned to accept that if people don't accept me for who I am. I'm okay with that. I've always have been. They used to be boisterous about it, but now I really just kind of like slightly don't even care because you're not in my path of what I have to deal with in order to get to where I need to get to. So if it doesn't sit there and really be so much as more of a situation I have to handle right now, I really don't care. And it's not to say that you're not important. It's to say that right now I have something, I have a place I have to get to. Unless you're gonna get in this passenger seat, I really don't got time for it right now. And that's one thing I just kind of like, if anything, pray that I have more of those times. So it becomes to feel like it rounds me out, like I made a complete change because I'm getting better. I'm getting it. I'm getting there. Trust me. So so I definitely believe you're right, Brian. We need more places to have more people that had a chance like TKO, that had a chance like Teddy Allen Jr., Anthony Wallington, Orville Pass, Rayshawn Mitchell, my brothers that came up through there, Cameron Hughes. There's so many people. David Fuqua, he passed away. And man, I love you guys. But Jocelyn Snipes, uh, the list goes on and on and on. There's so many people that was involved with Christian Ventures, and I'm so grateful, so grateful. And if you're someone out there, you're a young teenager that feels like the world's getting up on you, don't give up. Just try to find somewhere that you can be accepted for who you are beyond the street activities. That is, don't get away from that. But I ask you guys to please look up somewhere y'all can go to and speak to someone because you are special. You have a talent. You have a place in this world. And I know there's a lot of emotions you're dealing with, but one day you'll figure it out soon enough, and it'll be all right. And just like in this boxing, we had some results that went down, and I'd like to share it with you. All right. We had Keyshawn Davis. He closed the chapter in Norfolk because Keyshawn Davis, he returned home and dominated Amir Albright in their rematch, winning a wild, unanimous decision, 117 to 109, and then he got 118 to 108 with two of the other judges. So you got Davis and Sharp early, got clipped in the fifth, then turned up the pressure late. He even got deducted 2 points for flipping Albright during a clinch, but still cruised. That's pretty dope. And then let's see, we also had Brian Norman Jr. He scored a second round TKO over Josh Wagner after two knockdowns and a shoulder injury stoppage. So shout out to Keyshawn Davis as he went down. Went down with a great fight in front of his hometown family, and then Brian Norman Jr. with a nice TKO victory. I like it a lot. And TKO loves some knockouts on this show. Yes, sir. He split that dude head open for sure. And see, like, that's what I think, like in boxing, is that these young up and comers like a Keyshawn Davis and the Brian Norman Juniors, they're really pushing away to their top by like knockouts just like that. Like dropping people and busting their head to the white meat. Like that's what people want to see. We've been missing that. And I think people like Keyshawn Davis, I mean, he talks a lot of smack, but he backs it up. And I think that that's what boxing needs to do. Let's turn it up. You know what I mean? I'm a huge boxing fan. I love boxing. That's what I grew up on. Even with wrestling, that was my two. MMA came along, and personally, it's like as the sport evolved and I started getting used to some of the faces, it kind of changed overnight. And as I went away from the sport and come back, it's like I'm trying to get comfortable and get used to these guys. All right. So I'm glad that you guys like to bear with me. But I do believe that boxing to me is just like the perfect sport of the sweet science. I mean, it comes down to knowing that a man has two hands and he only has limited areas where he can hit you above your torso. And for a lot of these fighters, again, it's the feints, it's the counters, it's again the beautiful sport that it is. And I think that MMA has took away a lot of great boxers that could have really flourished in the sport. I'll give you a good example. Somebody like Sugar Shane O'Malley, I believe he could have been a great boxer. Straight up. I really would think he could have been a great boxer. However, there's nothing wrong with that. I do believe he's a very amazing UFC fighter. Really do. But I think that he could have really done very well in both sports. But yeah, we also let's see what else happened. Let's see what happened. Let's see what happened. Let's see. Let's see. Let's get to some MMA. We're gonna do more of a recap of the UFC Freedom 250. All right. See, they said Justin Gaethje shocks the world and becomes the new lightweight champion over Ilya Topuria over 4 brutal rounds, swelling both eyes shut and forcing Topuria's corner to stop it before the fifth massive upset, massive performance. And then we had Cyril Gane stops Alex Pereira. Again, elite at heavyweight. Because we had Cyril Gane scored a second round TKO, shutting down Pereira's attempt to become a 3 division champ. Crisp counters, big elbows, total control. And I do believe that's exactly what went down that night when it came down to both those fights. Justin Gaethje, people can say what they want, right? Even me. I'm a big believer in Justin Gaethje. And, when people talk about the bad knives and all that stuff, I like to just play around with that because that was a lot of stuff that was said about that last week's fight. Was that a lot of money was placed on um, Justin Gaethje being the underdog, a huge underdog that was, and for him to win the way he did in a dominating, massive victory, that it felt like a lot of people got robbed. Um, eh, hey, it's a fight game. What do you expect? You know, um, I would say that Justin Gaethje deserves every single praise that he is getting right now because he has been really battle tested. He's been fighting his way up the ranks, and now he is finally your new lightweight champion. And I think that right here, the knockout. We gotta give that a little. Let me see. Yeah, let's give him that. Let's give him that. All right, all right. We're gonna give him that, man, for sure. Because, uh, hey, a knockout hour. That man went out there and put the pause on him. All right. So, and then also with Cyril Gane putting a pause on Alex Pereira. I mean, I'm really impressed. Because for me, Cyril Gane is like one of those ones. He's a true heavyweight fighter. He don't go up and down weight classes. He stays in the heavyweight division. No matter how long it takes him to find somebody credible, he needs to fight. But he went out there and put the massive pause on Alex Pereira. Hey, yeah. And I don't understand why Cyril Gane is not the champion right now. Even if it's an interim, he should be just 100% champion. I think, oh boy, Tom Aspinall need to earn it back and get it back in blood, I guess you would say. And so when his eye gets fixed, I think then you can say we have a legit number one contender that is for Tom Aspinall. But I think the champion should be Cyril Gane. I mean, I don't understand what's going on with that. But, that's why TKO gets paid the big bucks. TKO group, that is. If you're thinking about paying me the big bucks, come on right this way. You can pay me that money. Send it to me in DC. We will love you. We love money here. If you always want to send something, send money. So I think Sarah God, they really need to go ahead and unite. That's right, baby. That's right. That's right. That's right, baby. You know we love that money. That nasty, stinking, dirty green. I love it. Bring it on. All right. But we also had some finishes that happened. And it was Shane O'Malley. I love him. He sat there and gets a walk-off KO. We had Josh Hokett. I would say his face was too small for those massive hands. Total domination. Absolutely. I feel the same way. I really do. He got clobbered, bro. He got mauled. Josh Hokett. Let's talk about it. You know, I really get so tired of. I really get tired of how we as black people always get subjugated in the press right now. And the way it's always viewed to be a joke to make fun of a black woman. Did you know that every race in the world, a black woman can produce any race in the world? Any race. They can cohabitate any race. You know, I mean, black women is like the Mother Earth, if you want to say that. And it's crazy how someone like Josh gonna open his mouth and talk about the beautiful Michelle Obama like that. I am so tired of them disgracing not only the great, beautiful Michelle Obama, but many other black women that's in politics, that's in that's a public figure, and being said or talked about saying they're uneducated and talked down upon all the time. Like I really don't understand this. Why can't the integrity of a human being be more important than the color of their skin? I do believe America, everybody has the right to say what and believe in what they want to. But number one, sir, you are a UFC fighter. I really don't think I could take the opinion of you talking about politics no more than probably you want to take my opinion. I probably don't register to nothing you do. I really don't care either. But I cannot stand how these people go on TV and talk about black people being uneducated, not qualified. I'm just so tired. I'm tired of hearing it. It gets pushed in my face every single day that I'm argumentative because I question. Because I have a question, I'm argumentative. No, it's because I want to know an answer. See, like I always view everybody just in the same way as I view myself, is that I am who I am and I want to be treated for who I am. If someone earned their position, if somebody was given favor or whatever, that it is what it is, right? Let's not just act like everybody, everybody's perfect. This is not. I'm not even me. But I do not believe to live in a society that humiliates black people and keeps putting us down and looking at us like second class citizens in the same country that we helped founded and built for every single one that lives here today. And still have good communication, good family gatherings. We always look out for each other. Because love is love. We're all the same people. But I just cannot stand it and I'm so tired of it. Where have our country has gone to? That we can sit here and talk about people like that. Laugh and joke at her. As many as well as other black people in our country, in our government, in our society, we're laughed at. We made a joke of. But y'all steal everything from us. We don't mind. because we accept it. It's culture that you don't understand. It's culture that you want and need from us, that we're willing to share with you our culture, our tradition, our history. When you choose not to accept us and our traditions, but you steal from us, don't that seem like the same thing it always is? Don't that sound like what Columbus done to the first people, the natives? Hmm? Why does that still exist today? You sit here and achieve a, a great victory by knocking out Derek Lewis to stop it. That should be one of the biggest things in your life, in your moment right now, in your fighting career. And the biggest thing you want to do is laugh about the former first lady and make a joke of her. Why is she on your mind? Why are you worried about what she's doing? I watched the UFC to watch a fight. I didn't watch UFC for that, and I just think that I'm just so tired of it. I'm pretty sure a lot of you, ladies and gentlemen, do agree or disagree. That's perfectly fine. That's why we live in the country that we do. Everybody has a voice to say what they want, just like he did, and I choose to say what I do with mine. And I hope you accept that. This is not to anyone directly beyond the individual himself that said those remarks. So I stand by what I say because I do believe that what you gonna do about it? That's what I really think about a lot of times. Like when people try to belittle me or try to intimidate me, I really sit there and be thinking about things in my mind like, beyond you talking to me and saying words out your mouth, ultimately, what are you gonna do about it? I mean, it's nothing to me. But I think a lot of times is what I say, what you gonna do about it. You can write a angry, mean letter to someone that really ain't gonna care, or you can go out there and stand on what you believe in and make a change in your area for you and yours. But I choose for me and mine. That it goes for all the knockouts and knockouts out here to know that what you're not gonna do and continue to keep doing is keep talking about my beautiful black sisters and brothers that's out here literally in this world trying to change this world for everyone to have an opportunity, no matter what they look like or where they come from, that they get accepted because they actually have integrity. They actually have an education. They actually do know right from wrong. That's what we need to be teaching everybody instead of where your nationality is from. You ain't this or you ain't that. Why can't we go with what we used to say? Is you could be anything you want. Now we're limited, all because what they tell us what we can and can't do. I know we like to say this phrase a lot in our communities is who the is they, right? So I do believe everybody that that fool, that punk should just stay and mind his business in the UFC. But we're gonna go ahead and keep it pushing because that event, like I said, I do love it for the fighters and the combatants, but I do not and will not stand a part of that BS monkey show they want to keep putting on that I'm just so sick of right now. But what went down last Monday, that is not this Monday, because the Monday Night Raw for tonight already went on because they're overseas doing a European tour. They normally do the European tour during the early summer part of the year, right after WrestleMania. And for me, man, I think that's pretty dope. They get that like European vacation because it can be so hard, I think, to really get on that grind for the WrestleMania season. The harder the bumps get, the more time you need off. Need to relax, cool the jets, and be able to get some sun and have fun with your fellow wrestling mates and the fans. It really is a good time when you can go out there after a good match, and then later on, uh, get to high five everyone that was on that ride, that journey with you as you were telling your story in that ring. So we had some results in the King and the Queen of the Ring semifinals. We had Obafemi. He defeated Dominic Mysterio. Obafemi powered through JD McDonough's interference and Dirty Dom loaded boot trick to hit fall from grace in advance to the King of the Ring finals, which we'll tell you who he'll face in a little bit. And then we had Io Sky. She sat there and defeats Raquel Rodriguez. I like that. I like it. So Sky survived Raquel's power and won with the power bomb over the moonsault combination, punching her ticket to the Queen of the Ring finals. Then we had Bloodline Chaos. We had Jacob Fatu attacks Eric Andre. Yes, everybody, Eric Andre, the comedian Eric Andre. What it is he has a movie coming out with John Cena. He was there to promote that. And yeah, so shenanigans went down because during that segment, Roman Reigns gifted Jacob and Ulafala, officially welcoming him to welcoming him deeper into the bloodline. And then it's had Jacob then destroys comedian Eric Andre with 2 splashes on Roman's order. That's right. That's right. See, Eric Andre sat there as the bloodline was leaving the entrance. He touched the Ulafala, and Jacob wasn't having that. So Jacob decided to put the paws on Eric Andre and teach him a lesson. As he should know is keep your hands off of me. Keep your hands to yourself. And Eric Andre got dealt the business. Now, a lot of people know that since they're promoting a show or a movie that they got going on Netflix, it was a great idea to involve him so get eyes on him. People see it as like the project, but they always think it's smart. That's how business works. See, entertainment creates entertainment, and it creates 5 letters, 1 word, money. That's right, baby. Dollar bills, y'all. That's right, them ducats. That sweet, sweet money, baby. That's all this game is about. And it's smart that they're doing that. Speaking of money, and you thinking about when it comes down to one of the best sponsors in the whole wide world, that is Monster Energy Drink. Thank you, Monster Energy Drink, for your sponsorship and continuing to believe in the knockout hour with your boy TKO. Monster Energy Drink, unleash the beast. Because I know a lot of you guys wake up in the morning, and you ladies as well. I know you're looking for something to get you charged up, ready to go for the day, get you fired up, just like your boy TKO. When you sitting there looking to unleash the beast, stop by your local convenience stores or anywhere you can find Monster Energy Drink. Grab you one of those, pop those bad boys, and it's a good way to get your day started. Heck, if you didn't have one in the morning, drink it anytime you need to. Go ahead and get the fuel you need to get you through the day. So, Monster Energy, thank you for your continued sponsorship of the Knockout Hour. We appreciate you here, as well as the knockouts and knockettes. But everybody out there, grab your Monster Energy drink and unleash the beast. Yes, sir. All right. So, with those 2 matches that went down, I do believe that it's gonna be dope to see what's gonna happen in the future with the bloodline, because even LA Knight has learned that he needs to learn how to shut his mouth, because Jacob Fatu locks the tongue and death grip on him after Jey Uso tried to calm things between Jimmy and LA, which Fatu struck and choked out Knight. I like it. I like it. I do believe we're looking at a potential match down the road with LA Knight and Roman Reigns, even though we're maybe a year or two too late. We see what happens. Then we had feature matches that also went down with Chad Gable versus Rusev. Chad Gable survived Ethan Page's interference and made Rusev tap to the ankle lock. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee ran in afterwards to stop the 2-on-1 beatdown. Then you had Charlotte Flair versus Roxanne Perez. Despite an injured hand, Charlotte forced Roxanne Perez to tap to the figure 8, with Alexa Bliss neutralizing Liv Morgan ringside. Then Javon Evans defeated Austin Theory. Logan Paul tried to recruit Javon into the division. He refused. Austin attacked. Theory attacked. Braun Breaker interfered, and the Street Profits made the save, setting up next week's big time tag team match. And it says we want to see Ober and Brock in a cage. Hell yeah, I want to see that too. I want to see them in a Hell in a Cell match. That's what I believe. Go ahead and get those 2 big silverback gorillas up in there and let them two just rumble and stomp all over the place. I love it. I love it. Let me book that match, WWE. I promise you, you will sit there and love me and the knockouts, just like my man Brian right here. See, right there. He said a cage, man. Put a top on that thing, baby. Let these two big silverbacks just go at it and let them destroy each other. And we'll see which one can be able to stand up and after that pinfall. But hey, I agree, Brian. I'm ready for that one. It's coming because let's show how these lines are going to lead us back to this. All right. All right. So this is what happened on SmackDown. So on SmackDown, because even Brock Lesnar, Oba after the match, he's told Brock, he said, "You scared? You a punk? You ain't stepped to me now. Where you at?" And we all know what's gonna come out, everybody. We all know. But we gotta continue on because we gotta give you the surprises. Because on SmackDown, we had Cody Rhodes versus Gunther, and it explodes because Sami Zayn snaps. And see, Cody Rhodes retains the undisputed WWE Championship in a chaotic match where Sami Zayn, the special guest referee, cost Gunther the title twice in one night. This meltdown led to a triple threat match before being made for Night of Champions. So we got Cody Rhodes, Gunther, and Sami Zayn for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Then you got the tournament semifinal setting the stage for the finals of the Night of Champions. You got Jey Uso defeating Javon Evans to reach the King of the Ring final. And then you had Liv Morgan defeat Charlotte Flair, who was injured pre-match, to reach the Queen of the Ring finals. Then we had a tag team championship action where we had Damian Priest and R-Truth retain the WWE tag team titles over Tama and Tama Longa after a ringside mistake by Solo Sikoa. Then you had the United States Contenders crown. You got Ricky Saints defeated Carmelo Hayes to become the #1 contender for Trick Williams' U.S. title. So, quick things out of that. Javon Evans, a lot of people online is upset that Javon Evans did not win to go against Oba Femi, which I am as well too, because we know why. They want Jey Uso to get the push. Now, I never stopped being on what I said 2 years ago when we first started this show, and I will continue to say it. Jey Uso is a vibe, but he is not a very good wrestler. He is a vibe, but he is not a very good wrestler. All right? Reason I say that is when WWE made Gunther tap out to Jey, I think that was a huge mistake, and I told y'all that. And I think it continues on because the wrestling community and so many of us that were so ready for a change at WWE, and yet now they keep pulling back the reins. They're pulling back the reins. And when the reins, being pulled is on Javon. Javon is a superstar. And a lot of times we as promoters, we try to say, hey, maybe not now for this kid. Not now. No, this kid is every bit as advertised. And you're missing a golden opportunity to make something that y'all haven't done in a long time. And that is a young champion. And he has what it takes. What more do we have to see for you guys to believe? He's always made a believer of us here in North Carolina, and as well as every other promotion that he has hit. That kid has had the dream in his eyes since he's been in this business. And you mean to tell me that Jey Uso is going to get Oba Femi, which we already know is going to win, because Brock Lesnar is going to interfere in the finals. And so we know it's going to be Jey Uso challenging Cody Rhodes for the title. Or Gunther, because I believe that makes more of a story. Because this time Gunther should stump the hell out of Jey, but we'll just see. But even to say with Liv Morgan, why is Liv Morgan still even winning in this tournament? I don't understand Triple H's infatuation with Liv Morgan. I don't. I think that she is a very talented wrestler. I don't want to sit here and say that she doesn't deserve it. I would just say that I don't know why she's still in this tournament. I don't get it, but I get it. I understand what business has to be done. It's just hard to do business with somebody that's not actually in line with what makes more sense in order to capitalize. Who knows? But let's be positive because I've seen some things online today because with the European tour, they already had WWE Raw. So after this show, go ahead and jump over to Netflix. I may do that. Go through the show myself, see what's going on, what's popping. Seeing Oba Femi on the warpath as he should be. I love me some Oba, as well as hopefully Javon's on the show. I think we got some new champions, y'all. Not gonna tell you who or what. Go check it out. But I would say keep an eye on Icon Pro Wrestling. We on the move, baby. And it says Liv Morgan is a perfect representation for Trailer Trash, and she sells merch. Yeah. I mean, you know what kills me is when people try to talk about her butt. I'm like, what butt? Like when they tell me, oh, she got these shorts on. I'm like, for what? What is she showing off? Because if I want to see some cheeks, I'm gonna be respectful and not do that. That's not right. But yeah, man, I just believe that it's somebody for everybody. I would say that. It's just for me as a wrestler, I don't think she should be world champion. I'm not saying she's not qualified to be anywhere where she's at, but world champion, no. I don't believe that. I don't believe if I'm looking at a company, she is saying she's the best in on that show. No, I don't think so. But anyway, if you're looking for wrestling entertainment, please check out Icon Pro Wrestling. As we're gearing up, getting fired up, because August the 8th, it's on, baby. It's our 5th year anniversary show. And it's going down. The Quest for Gold, Chapter 2, to crown our first ever Icon Pro Heavyweight Champion. And if you are looking to donate, sponsor, hit up my email at iconprowrestlingllc or iconprowrestling.tk@gmail.com. Let me know what you're trying to do. If you're a company out there and you want to be a part of this, I know many of you out there got hair salons, pressure washer companies, you name it. I know you got it. Hit me up, man. It's not always one of those things where, as we look into partnerships and agreements and all that, man, we just link up. Man, we only gonna grow if we find ways to connect and make see, we can all grow like this and be powerful, but we can always go like this and be just as strong. And so I love to connect and vibe with you guys. So if you want to connect, hit me up on there we go. Icon Pro Wrestling and at gmail.com. LLC it is. But you cool ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys for joining me tonight. Y'all sit there and see me bare my soul earlier. But I do that because, like, man, I'm just a real person. You know, I just sit there and inspire myself to look for the next dream and opportunity. There you go. If you're looking for a chance to be a part of a growing, brand new look, 5 years in, we're looking at a new time in our company. We're about to have our first heavyweight champion. And if you want to be a part of that, hit me up. I know a lot of you out there have businesses and you're looking somewhere to get sponsorships. Look no further. I'm your man. Hit me up, because as well as look at the beautiful 300,000 knockouts and knockouts we have every single Monday night. That's right here in front of you. That be able to listen and hear about your business, and let's do something together. Let's knock this competition out. All right. But you guys and ladies, please pay attention to the Icon Pro page there on YouTube, as well as my page, TKO336 on YouTube. You can check me out there on the socials. I'm gonna have a lot of matches coming out this week. I done found some of my matches had in the past. I'm gonna put them online. I know y'all love it and like it. But we also have some ticket information for you guys soon. Look out for that, as well as we're gonna start the Icon Pro Club. Y'all, we're gonna tune into that too. All right. I gotta have more details. But I love you guys. Check me out. Love you. See you next week.
What you looking at, boy? What you looking at? I got a TKO on wherever the pool is at. What you looking at, boy? What you looking at? Got you tuned in, I'm the game.
Hold up, no sir. Step into the mic, bring me closer. Sabotage back in the lab, and to stop that, you gonna have to go through both. That swole up. Anytime I pull up the bars, I buck up my shoulders and pour the heart. Word to God, my gears push the start a feature, but my skill set a la carte. Woo! You don't understand. I got something sins in one palm of my hand. Balls are right frigid and bodies get numb every time I demonstrate the